Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen auset-heru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it too, and drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you have time, please stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to read out two of my favorite positive comments from previous videos, and maybe one of them was yours. Likewise, if you would like to get in touch with me, if you'd like to ask me a question for the show, I take all Aquarius questions, all general Aquarius questions, all general questions basically on relationships and things like that. So please feel free to hit me up on social media or to email me. If you would like to get a reading done, please email me. If you would like to send me a donation or like to be a patron, or if you would like to get an Ask an Aquarius shirt or mug, all that information is underneath this video, okay? All right, guys, today we're going to do something that's really fun because a lot of people have been coming to me and telling me that their money isn't right, okay? During this time of economic difficulty, a lot of people are like, their money isn't right. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do a prosperity spell today. Now, you all know that it's not very likely of me to give you guys a spell because I've seen a lot of YouTubers give people spells and things go wrong. And I don't ever want to be in that predicament. So I try to give you things that are basically, safe things you can do and not, have to worry about it. So today we're going to do that. I'm going to teach you how to do a prosperity spell. Some of you might even already know this spell. It's a very, I haven't seen it exactly done like this, but I've seen something close to it, okay? So I'm going to teach you guys how to do this. If you're having any kind of money problems, or if you just want to draw money into the house, this spell will help money come into the house. And it usually comes in different ways. It might come in through new job opportunities, somebody just giving you cash, money coming unexpected that was, was coming, but you didn't know when it was coming. All kind of ways the universe uses to fulfill this particular desire. And this spell is one that keeps money flowing. So it's not a one-time spell, it's continuous. So this is a spell I've done before, a couple times before actually, and it's one that actually stays with you. So let me explain. When you're going to cast a spell, the first thing you need to do is cleanse your space. If you're going to do it in the living room or your bedroom or wherever it is, just clean up. Clean up, make it look pretty in there, sweep up. It doesn't have to be fancy. You just want a clean environment. The next thing you want is the clean self. So you want to take a shower, take a bath, whatever the case is. You want to be clean. Put on clean clothes. Or you can do what we call sky clad. Sky clad is when you cast spells naked. I usually do my spells this way. I like the energy of it, and I'm by myself, so why I gotta put clothes on, And a lot of witches and people who do this kind of work, a lot of priestesses that do this kind of work, sometimes do it in that way. So cleanse yourself, get yourself nice and ready. Then you want to come to wherever it is you're going to do the spell, and you want to have all your ingredients. All my ingredients are right here to the side. You want to have all your ingredients right there so there is no guesswork. The next thing you want to do is take Palo Santo, sage, frankincense and myrrh, something like that. And you want to cleanse the spiritual energy that's in your space. So you're going to open a window and you're going to burn some Palo Santo or something like that. Now you're going to burn it in the space that you're sitting, and you're also going to use it over your items. So all the items you're going to use should be right next to you. So you're going to take your smoke and you're just waving it like that. That's it. Waving it around yourself and the items that you're going to use. So your energy, your space will be cleansed. I usually do the whole room. And if I'm just sitting in one space, I'll just sit here and use it, and let it get throughout the entire room that I'm in. Now everything is cleansed and clear and you are ready to go, okay? Now if you're used to doing magic, this is the point where a lot of people will cast a circle. Casting a circle is just protecting the area that you're in. But if you have smudged or used something like that, some people don't use circles too. It's up to you, whatever your preference is in your particular, in your particular culture. Every person that does it a little bit different. So if you've cleansed your space, that's good enough. If you want to take it a step further to your own family's traditions, that's fine too. Now, so you have a nice clean space. All your items are over here. The first item you need is your bamboo plant. This is a bamboo plant or a bamboo tree. Mine is about 3 years old, so you can tell that it's not brand new. They have them in this size. They have bigger ones and they have smaller ones. It doesn't matter what size you use. So grab yourself a bamboo, and the greener they are, the better your prosperity is going. So mine are pretty green, so I'm doing pretty good. Now, you take your plant, you hold it like this, and you take a lock of your hair. You want to use your hair or you want to use one of your fingernails. Now, you should use something that's natural. Your natural hair, don't, like if you have braids with extensions, don't cut off one of your braids or a track from your weave or, your extension or whatever the case is. You want to use your natural hair, number one. If you don't have any natural hair, use your fingernails. And if you have nails like mine that have acrylic over them, you want to cut the nail, chip off the acrylic, and use the natural nail. The idea is to use something natural from your own body. Okay, I've seen people use liquid too, such as their own blood or things like that, but I would prefer for something like this to use hair or fingernails. And you put it in here to the east. If you take a look at this, the way I'm looking, this is north, this is south, this is west, this is the east. So you place your hair to the east. Things are said to, the sun rises in the east, so things are said to increase from the east. And you want your money to increase. All right, now you have your hair in here. Now you're going to take your coins. You should have 5 coins. Put your first coin to the east. Put your next coin, remember you're drawing in this energy, so you're going from the east to the south. You're drawing it in. So you're going to put it in the south. Your next coin is going to right over here to the west. And then you're going to put one up here to the north and the other one right beside it, because we're using 5 coins. So the other one goes right beside it. We're using 5 because we're working with the energy of prosperity. And so I always call upon Goddess Oshun, and she likes 5s. So yours should look like that on the inside. See that? Not easy to see in there, but it should look like that. Your hair and your coins on top of it. Okay? Now, what's the next thing we're going to use? Now you're going to get your basil. Now, I recommend using dried basil because it'll be easiest to use in a spell like this. So you're going to take your basil and put a little bit in the cap. Not too much. Not too much basil. Pick up your plant. And again, from the east, you're drawing the money in. So go from the east and just sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle all the way around. All the way around back to the east. You got extra, go around a second time. And then you're done. Put that down. Then you got your basil down. We're almost done. There's not much more left to do now. Now you're going to line up your crystals. So for this one, I'm going to take my green aventurine. Green aventurine doesn't have a problem with water. So I'm going to put these down first. In case the water rises too much, the green aventurine won't be bothered with it. So again, put the first one in the east, the next one in the south, the next one over here in the west, next one over here in the north. Again, drawing the money in, okay? So now it looks like that. Now I have a lot more crystals. So I'm just going to continue to layer them, going in the same direction from the east to the south to the west, to the north. And if you have extra crystals, you just keep going around. I got 2 more, so I'm gonna go around 2 more times. Okay, so that's what it looks like on side. Now, I got more crystals. These are the new ones that I just bought. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Now, because I have so many in there, I want to use these 4 and 5. Now, these are citrine. The crystals that I've used, and I'm going to mark them underneath this video. The crystals that I use are green aventurine, citrine, and pyrite. Okay? So once again, back to the east, to the south, to the west, to the north. So as you can see, more. There you go. And the last ones. The last ones I have are this bag of pyrite. Pyrite is another stone known to draw in the money. So I'm going to take a nice generous amount. I have a whole bag of them. So I'm going to take a generous amount and I'm going to go back forward to the east, to the south, to the west, to the north, east, south, west, north. Now, you can put as many crystals in here as you want to, basically. Now, mine is basically almost full to the top. Now, because I bought these pyrite just for this spell, I'm going to add some more from the east, to the south, to the west, to the north, back to east, south, west, and north. And that's it. That's all the crystals. They're all in here. Take a look at that. Done. Okay? Now, because of the fact that these on top for me are pyrite, I don't want the pyrite to get wet because wet pyrite will rust. So right here in this corner, I have a little edge where there is no pyrite. Just the edge, okay? That is where I'm going to pour the water. You must pour water if you don't want your plant to die. So right in that little edge goes my water. Now I measured it. This cup would take 8 ounces of water. So I am using 4. There it is. So you put your 4 ounces of water in it and look, it is done. There's your prosperity plant. Now what I would do is I would take my hands. Now you got 2 ways that you can do this. I would do this with my hands. You can use a wand if you want to, those of you who have a wand. But I would take my hands, put it on the sides of it, and call upon the goddess. Amayati ama akoru nukbara. I call upon the goddess Auset. I call upon the Orisha Oshun. I call upon Ganesha. Please draw towards me sweetness and prosperity into this plant. My request is not out of greed, but out of need. My request is to help my family, and I ask you on this day to let it be so, and so it is. Let it be so, and so it is. Let it be so, and so it is. Ashe. Now, your spell is done. Now, let's say, for example, you're a Christian or you have a different spiritual system. You don't have to call upon the goddesses that I call the Orisha, I called upon. You can call upon the angels. You can call upon your ancestors. You can call upon Jesus Christ. You can just say God. You can say Creator. You can call upon any spiritual energy that you're comfortable working with. Some people will call upon Mother Mary. It's all up to you. Now, all you have to do is take this beautiful plant and place it wherever you want. If you have your home in a feng shui setup, some people do feng shui. If you have a feng shui setup, then you put this in the prosperity corner. If you don't have a feng shui set up, but you have an altar, you can place this on your prosperity altar. You can place it on your ancestral altar, your main altar. If you don't have any of those things, you can place this plant anywhere you want, anywhere you place a plant. Now, the average person isn't really going to know what this is, so you can place it pretty much anywhere. And this will continue to bring prosperity into your home as long as you keep the plant alive. If you're, like I said, if your leaves are green, then that means the prosperity is working. Now, I give it 4 ounces of water about every 2 weeks. And I'm careful not to let the water get too high. If you use pyrite, pyrite will rust. So don't let the water get too high. That's why I only filled it halfway. Okay? And that is it. That's all you got to do. Place it wherever you're going to place it. Put it in your bedroom. Put it wherever you're going to put it. If you made it for another person and you use their hair and their nails, then you just then give it to them. You can wrap it up pretty and give it to somebody as a present. You know, they might not even know. Let's say that, you know, you had your girlfriend's hairbrush and you made her a prosperity plant, you know, and you gave it to her. They might not even know what it is. I wouldn't give it to a person that was opposed to something like that, but I wouldn't necessarily feel obligated to tell somebody that I just, you know, there's a prosperity on my plant, you know. So it doesn't have to be something that you share with other people. As a matter of fact, you guys are the first people I've ever shared this with, and people have seen this plant in my house since the beginning of time. So that's your prosperity spell. So if you do it, let me know how things turn out. All right, now we are going to go back and we're going to read 2 of my favorite comments from previous videos. This one is from, it looks like Sayer Barry. I might not have said that right. And Sayer said, "This is me." You're absolutely right. Everything you said is on point. Everything. Thank you. Thank you very much. Number 2, Emily Miller. Great video. All love. Thank you for sharing. Emily, thank you for commenting and thank you for watching. All right, guys, come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.